teachers need to step it up. Like, this legacy ways of doing things are just different. And I think that we're going to move. I'm going to make a prediction here that we're going to move away from diplomas and more towards targeted certificates that are less expensive, that give you better information and content, and just speed your ability to get into the workforce.
I think that may or may not be true. It's really hard to say what's going to happen of the diploma versus task kind of thing. But I do think that if educational institutions don't start shifting a bit away from the academic and knowledge side and more towards the experiential kind of side and training people like how to learn and how to be curious and how to be scientists versus, cramming as much knowledge into somebody as we can kind of thing. Not that I'm saying they all do that, but
Right.
I think the experience and the meeting other people and the human kind of connection kind of thing of education is where the value is going to be.
Well, you think about it, you spend 16 weeks learning one thing, and for more traditional institutions, you just got to hope that the class isn't full by the time you get to registering. Otherwise, you've got to go figure out a different plan.
Yeah, which is
You
awesome.
know, you've got an entire product that is built on banker's hours, and that's just not the way the world works anymore.
Yeah, and also you have to take a bunch of stuff you didn't really want to take in the first place,
Right.
which
And
may or
and
may not be beneficial to you, but I think that is not communicated well.
now I will say this though. And I'm always like for and against things. So the one thing I would say when it comes to taking things that you didn't want to is that it does the whole point of university is to expand your knowledge and
Right.
your
Yeah,
experience with
broaden
things.
your horizons a bit.
Yeah, and so I'm glad I hate Faulkner, but I'm glad I had to read him.
Right. Well, and with the filter bubble world that we live in now, which is just going to get worse, then there needs to be some way to, you know, break people out of the shell that they're kind of placing themselves in through media.